Hello everybody and welcome back to another tutorial. I've gotten lots of questions about how I clone myself, how I do shadow clone jutsus, and no, it's not because I have a secret twin hiding in my basement. That is not what's happening. I appreciate the comments, it means that I'm doing my job well, but it's a super easy trick which I'm going to show you today. And you can use this in so many different ways. So I will show you today how I do the shadow clone jutsu. Alright, as you can tell, it's a really cool technique and it is so easy. You will be very surprised at how easily you can actually create this effect. You can do this on any editing software. Today I'm going to use Adobe Premiere, which I usually use to edit my videos. So let's jump right in. All you basically need to create this effect is you need to record yourself twice. And it is very important for you to put your camera or your phone on a place where it's not moving. So the shots are exactly the same, which makes it much easier for you to duplicate yourself. I use a tripod to film my videos. You can use pretty much anything. As long as the camera is completely still, it'll work. So as you can tell, I have my clip right here. And if I scroll through it, you can see me moving on the right side first, doing whatever, my jutsu, whatever I want to do. And then I record myself again on the left side. So it's the same clip, I just record myself twice. And as you can tell, the camera is not moving at all, which is the most important part about all of this. So let's create a new sequence. How do I create a sequence? Here we go. Alright. Let's change the sequence settings to what I usually use for TikTok, which is this right here. And let's go ahead and use or find the clip I want to use, which is this one right here. So I do the jutsu. Boom. That's when I should appear. I react. And that's it. That's all we need. We drag this onto our timeline. Alright, so now we are halfway done. Pretty much. More or less. We have one half of what we want to do. And now in order for us to duplicate ourselves, we will scroll through the clip and look for the part we actually want to use, which is this part right here. I think that'll be fine. We can always adjust it later on. Right, that should be fine too. And let's drag this onto over the other clip. So as you can tell, we have them overlapping. Now let's make sure that both clips have the exact same scale and position. I did not change the position on the first clip where I'm standing on the right. I did, however, change the scale. As you can tell, the scale on this clip is 89. The scale on this clip is 100. So we will change it to 89. And now if I disable this layer, you can tell it's the exact same position. And now the only thing we have to do is draw a mask around our character on the left. And the way you do it on Premiere is you click on the clip and these effect controls will open up on the top left corner. And the way you can draw your mask, you can use different tools. You can use the Ellipse Tool, you can use a square tool, you can use a pen tool. Basically all these things they all do the same thing. Usually I use the Ellipse Tool whenever I want to do a simple mask. All it does is when you click on it, it'll draw this circle around here and you know it looks a little funky, but if you drag it over to the left, you can tell that it is, what this does is it only shows what's inside the circle. So because we have drawn a mask over the second clip on the top, it only shows me on the left. And this is basically all you need to do, more or less. And now there are two of me, but you can see it's a little, you know, it's a little off. The colors are not exactly right. So when you go to the mask, you have the feather option. Right now it's at 10, which means 10 pixels are being, you know, feathered. You can increase it, and if you increase it, you see this little border here extending, and all it does is it basically smoothens the border so it looks more clean. So this is pretty much, this looks pretty good. You see I'm a little off centered, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this clip a little to the right, then I'm gonna copy this position 619, paste it onto here, so that clip moves to the right as well, so we are both centered. And whenever Naruto does the shadow clone jutsu and summons a shadow clone, this smoke bomb appears. So what I usually do, I have this this file right here where this smoke bomb appears. Honestly, I just got it off of YouTube. You can just go to YouTube, type in smoke bomb green screen, and then you'll find lots of these videos where you can see a smoke bomb going off over a green screen. All you need to do then is to key out the green. I'm not sure if you can actually do it in Premiere. I usually do it in After Effects. So you go to After Effects and then key out the green. I guess you can do it here as well. I've never done it here. I guess you could do it here as well. But whatever. So that's pretty much what I use. So I just drag the smoke bomb over my two clips. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So that when I do the shadow clone jutsu like that, the smoke bomb appears, and then I appear right there. And I want to move this a little to the right, so when it appears, I still have this position. All right, so what we want to do is we want to make me appear as soon as I do the jutsu with my hand. So I should not be shown at the moment, which means we click on the clip, we go back to effect controls, and then under opacity, we have this opacity function right here. And right now it's at 100, which means 100% of the layer is being shown. If we lower it, you can see me slowly fading away. And when I lower it to 0, I'm completely gone, which is exactly what we want. But we want me to appear inside of this smoke screen. So first of all, let me actually move this smoke screen a little to the left and increase the size so that it fills out the screen. As you can tell, you know, the smoke bomb, it's not perfect at the top. It clips out a little. So what I like to do is I like to draw a mask around the smoke bomb itself. The same thing we've just done with the other clip. We just go to the smoke bomb. We go to opacity, click on the ellipse tool, and then I just try to draw a little mask around this smoke bomb. And then I usually just increase the feather so it doesn't look, you know, it doesn't look weird at the top when it just disappears. So now it just fades off. So yeah, perfect. So I think in order for the effect to be as realistic as possible, I would like me to appear when the smoke bomb covers my entire body. So what we do here, we scroll to the point where the smoke bomb is at its peak, more or less. We go to the clip and click on the opacity keyframe right here. And then we scroll 2 points to the right, and then we increase the opacity to 100. So now what happens is that inside of the smoke bomb, the opacity changes from 0 to 100. And when the smoke bomb fades away, you see me standing right there. So now if I play this, I'm gone. I do the jutsu, boom, and I'm there. See, it's as easy as that. It's super simple. And the really cool thing is that you can get very creative with these masks. You can do so many things. This is just the simplest way to use masking in Premiere Pro or any editing software. And that's how I like to use the shadow clone jutsu. You can basically, that's how I also do all these wide shots where you see multiple versions of me, as long as these clips don't overlap. As long as, you pay attention that there's enough space between you and the other person. What I like to do is I always like to draw marks on the floor, so I always remember where I can stand and where I can't stand, so it doesn't overlap. Because obviously if I overlap, the masking doesn't work anymore. It does, but it's just not as clean. So I always pay attention that there's space between the two clips I record. But yeah, this is pretty much it. As you can tell, it is very easy. And the little gag in this clip is that I make myself disappear again. And for that to happen, we're gonna use what we call a clean plate. So an image where none of the two of me are visible. So I take a snapshot of that. I import it to the project. There we go. So now we have just a snapshot of nothing happening. So let me drag this once more up, and I'm gonna drag the clean plate under the clips right here. And now when I do the jutsu, I want to make this guy disappear. Means basically I need to make this clip down here disappear. Oh, as you can tell, we also need to adjust the size and the position of the screenshot. So we go to position, we copy paste, we go to the screenshot, copy paste, paste. And now when I disable the second layer of me on the right, so remember, this is me on the left, this is me on the right, and this is just the clean plate. So now basically we just need to do the same thing for me on the right, which means I'm gonna copy the smoke bomb. I'm gonna paste it at the point where I'm doing the hand sign. And now we just need to move the smoke bomb a little to the right, like that. And then again, when it's at its peak, we're gonna do a keyframe right here, scroll 2 frames to the right, make it disappear. And now what we're left with is me on the right first. I do the jutsu, boom, me on the left. It's a little laggy, I'm sorry. I look to the right, I do the jutsu, and then, oh geez. I do the jutsu, and that guy disappears. And all we had to do for that is draw one mask and, add a clean plate. So in summary, basically what you need to do is you need to record yourself twice, which I did right here. And the camera has to be completely static, because, if it moves the background will not match, and that is what it's all about. It's about the matching background to sell the effect. So yeah, basically you need to record yourself twice. So which I did, once on the right and then once on the left. Then when you go into the sequence, you draw a mask around one clip, the clip that you want to make basically visible again, which is right here. And then you can just, this is just me playing around with the effect. But all in all, it's a super easy way to clone yourself, more or less. And it looks very realistic because, you cannot tell that it's just me recording myself twice. When in reality, it's just the same clip layered over one another. So yeah, I hope that was kind of helpful. It's a technique I use in pretty much all of my videos. In every single one of my videos, I have 1 or 2 shots where you see multiple of me. And this is how I do it. I just record myself twice and I draw a mask around one of the ones I want to make appear or whatever. It really doesn't matter. And I always pay attention that I also record a clean plate, which is a clip where none of me are in the shot. You don't always need it, but for example, in this case, it was very helpful. Or, whenever you run into troubles when the shot doesn't really exactly match, a clean plate is always useful to have. So I hope that was useful. Let me know down in the description what you'd like to see next. If you want to see more, editing tricks like this, techniques I use on a daily basis, or if you want to see more full editing videos, which you very much enjoyed, and thank you so much for the positive feedback. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon again. So until then, stay smiling, stay awesome, and I'll see you next time.